What you need to know at day one of MLB The Show 23. Now, I think this is going to be one of my favorite videos to make because I have so much to add, and I'm going to break this down exactly what you need to do, whether you are a beginner player or you've been playing for years and years. Now, MLB The Show 23 is set to release on March 24th for early access. This is before the new developer stream for Diamond Dynasty, so of course there's going to be some new stuff that's added in there, but I know exactly what's going to be coming and what the basics are for every MLB The Show. Now, as we know, this game this year is going to be completely different from every other year. They've done a lot of big changes, but one thing that is always reoccurring and that you always need is stubs. Let's talk exactly how you're going to earn these stubs, starting off with Battle Royale. I'm sure we all know it by now, but Battle Royale is always one of the best ways to make the stubs if you can win games consistently. You're spending $1,500 on an entry, and you have 2 losses. You always want to be playing out your runs early because diamonds will be going for minimum around 10k day one, minimum. Golds can be up to 7-8k we've seen in the past years. Guys like Gallo used to be up near 10k as a gold, so you can see how much value these cards can bring you day one. With the way they're implementing 99s day one into the game, you could definitely see one maybe even as a Battle Royale reward. So finishing the Battle Royale program or just getting the 12 and 0s is going to be extremely important to get you those stubs day one to possibly do the live series collection. And I believe the live series collection is going to be the most important this year, with it being core going in with the sets. You are always going to have them. So I think getting those done early is going to be really important. Now let's talk another way, maybe for not as good of a player, but someone who's going to sit around the 600, 700 ranked rating. We're going to talk about the events for a second. And events is a great way to always make stubs and get packs, which is ultimately going to get you stubs no matter what, right? There's going to be an event reward. Events get no penalization for losing. You're only gaining stubs, maybe at a slower rate, but if you get lucky, you could get a lot out of some event rewards. Now, while we're here, we are going to talk about what you do if you get a good pull out of, for example, standard packs. So when you pre-order, if you pre-ordered, you're going to be getting a lot of packs just from pre-ordering. Whether you pre-ordered the regular edition, the higher up versions, whether it's the digital deluxe or the captain's edition, you're going to be getting a lot of packs like standard packs. So what do you do? Because prices are typically very high day one. Whether it's for a bronze, could be a couple hundred stubs, or it could be a couple thousand for gold. So do you hold on to these cards? Here's my best advice. The price of cards will go up and down through the first week of the game. They will go higher and they will go lower depending on what card they are. If you are someone who's trying to get collections done right away, you're in BR all the time, you are just trying to get those collections done right away, hold on to whatever you pull. If you are somebody who sees you doing collections maybe 3-4 months down the road, sell those cards early, the first couple of days. List them on the market and get the stubs for them as soon as you can, because prices will drop over time, especially on lower cards like bronzes and silvers. Now, a big question mark for me personally and how the stubs and the value is going to come into it is storylines. We don't know a bunch about storylines, whether there's going to be any DD rewards tied to them. I don't believe there is, or anything significant that has been announced. So I don't believe storylines is going to bring us stubs at the time. It is going to be a separate mode of its own. I'm not entirely sure though, and I think we will find out once the game comes out, obviously. But right now, I'm not going to have storylines down as something that could bring in a lot of stubs for us. Now, I'm going to tie Conquest and the program into one, because the program this year we know is going to work a little bit differently. Team Affinity is coming back into it, so it sounds like we're going to be able to get 30 cards as far as I know, including the repeating program at the end of it, where the program just keeps going and keeps looping. So Conquest will get you, or I assume it will get you, progress towards Team Affinity or the program, whatever you want to call it. So do you do a Conquest map? Very possibly. It really depends on how long it is, because if you are doing something like the USA map, I don't feel like that has the value for the time you're expending. But if you have one with maybe 4 or 5 strongholds, Conquest can definitely do a lot of good for you. Getting you both progress in the program, getting you packs and stubs along the way, and maybe even a secret card hidden in there, especially if it's a diamond early on in the game. Now I'm going to talk about flipping the market just for a second. This is not personally my most favorite way, and I'm going to talk at the end exactly what I'm going to do, but flipping the market can be an extremely effective strategy. Now, this is the end of the year, so typically things like silvers are, you can see it by the market. There's not a ton of options here for me to show you. But we're going to use Taylor Rogers as an example. It's not going to be as drastic on day one, but what is flipping the market? So flipping the market is being able to buy a card at a low price and selling it for a high price. So for example, if I wanted to buy Taylor Rogers, I would go to the buy and sell option, go to create buy order, and I would put them in at 251, okay? We would probably put in quite a few. Put it at 251 for a couple orders. When that order goes through, we are looking to then sell our Taylor Rogers at the cheapest that we can sell it at. So 1248, we would list him, and that would gain us about approximately 900 stub value. So being able to do that repetitively and constantly is just going to build you up more and more stubs over the time, and this is going to bring you a great value. Now, what does it take? It takes a lot of patience and a lot of time. So if you are not as great at the game and think building stubs is going to take you a long time, flipping can be a very easy and smart way to do it. However, for me personally, that is not typically in my strengths. I am not very patient, and I also am pretty good at the game, and I feel that I can put my time somewhere else. But flipping for a lot of people is going to be very important day one. So you're going to see the market and prices fluctuate just based off of flipping alone. Now, I'm going to talk exactly what I do day one of the cycle, because I know you guys want to know what I'm going to do. I am no money spent every single year, so I'm going to be right along with you guys in grinding out the no money spent. So let's talk about what I'm going to do first. For me, first, it is always BR. For me, I know I can pound out those BRs and get that collections done, because for me, the goal, especially this year, is going to be getting collections done. Why? Because they are the core set. They are going to be usable no matter what throughout the whole year. These core set cards are these core cards are going to be there all year. So for me, that is giving me the most team options and the most value. So I'm going to be looking to get collections done, getting in BR, doing the program, just trying to get 12 and O's done as fast as possible. We are going to be streaming it all on twitch.tv/Zazzy28 as well, so you're not going to want to miss, because we're going to be live a lot on Twitch. Now, another thing for me, I am going to try and get some of the program done as well, because I think a lot of the program cards are going to be really valuable, especially early on. If we take a look at some of the cards this year, we had guys like the face of the franchise cards. So we had Corey Seager, I believe, had an 89 overall card. Cards like that are going to be really valuable early on in the year. And that's going to be people that you really want to look for. So getting that program done early, doing all the daily moments, doing anything that can get you that XP quicker is going to be really important. So that is also going to be something that I focus on. I had a few people in chat ask me about ranked co-op. Co-op's not going to be something I rush out to do. I think it's going to be faster for me to do ranked seasons as opposed to co-op, but I don't venture into ranked until I've got a really solid squad, typically until I've gotten one of the side of the collections done, whether it's the AL side or the NL side. So my team is strong enough that I can go with that team all the way to World Series and get my World Series rewards quickly and efficiently. I believe that's all I wanted to talk about today. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. We are going to be going crazy both on Twitch and YouTube this year, and I can't wait to bring you guys all the content early game, including hitting tips. I know you guys really want a hitting tips video, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am for MLB 23. So without further ado, let's end that video here. So I appreciate all the support we've had in MLB 22, and I hope you guys are ready for MLB 23, because it is going to be a blast, and we're going to be doing non-stop content. All right, guys, enjoy your day and get ready for MLB 23. If you have questions, drop them in the comments below or in my Twitch chat, and I appreciate it. All right, thanks, guys. Peace.